Hi, I'm Dan Sarkozy, a professional boxer, and this is Darren Hamilton, a former British boxing champion. In this video today, we're going to discuss the shoulder roll style, Floyd Mayweather's defense, the Philly shell, its origins, its history, where it come from, what we think of it.
No boxing trainer in England, I feel, knows or understands the science, sometimes not even the history of where the shoulder roll come from and the effectiveness of using it and how to incorporate the effectiveness of it.
But I do see a lot of English boxing trainers teaching it and English boxers doing it.
Therefore, it could have only have come from the fighter, what he saw and what he thinks looks good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fighters today, right?
There has been a bit of a Floyd Mayweather effect. Like, when we first got into boxing, before Floyd come along, no one did Floyd Mayweather pads.
We were all like this, weren't we?
Yeah, and obviously Floyd's come along, and a lot of people now are doing Mayweather pads, and they're rolling. Yeah, so there is a little bit of copying going on. Who was the first ever person to do it?
The first ever person to do it. That's quite questionable, you know, because we say George Benton.
He was good at it.
He was good at it. It's funny enough because a close friend said Joe Gans.
Yes.
And I actually looked into Joe Gans, and I seen his hands was low, but he didn't have the same science as...
No, yeah, I think that was more just relaxing into the fight, not actually using the style. I mean, if you're going to say Joe Gans did it, you could go back and say Jack Johnson did it. But again, I wouldn't actually say that because they didn't actually use it as their style per se. Some of the first people I saw perform the shoulder roll effectively would be Archie Moore. Or George Benton.
George Benton, okay, yeah. Here's one for you. The Philly shell. Everyone's calling it the Philly shell. How did that come about?
The first time I saw the name the Philly shell was on the Fight Night PlayStation game.
Oh, sugar. Okay.
You can swear, it's YouTube.
Okay. S-H-I-T.
Yeah, so I don't know where that actually name come from. Maybe you guys could comment below and tell us. The Philly shell. Have you heard of that name before the game Fight Night on the PlayStation? But I just call it the shoulder roll thing. And also, the Philly shell, I always thought it was like a Detroit thing, a Michigan thing.
Okay.
Because if you think Mayweather Senior, James Toney, Bill Miller, Ezra Charles, they're Michigan fighters.
Okay, yeah.
So I was called the Philly shell, not so sure either.
So wait, you're trying to tell me that a lot of people who go around running around with this thing, acting like they know about boxing, talking about the Philly shell, are only China's whispering something and trying to make it fact of something that came from a computer game?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's the first time I ever seen the name. But yeah, that sounds about right? With boxing people. Boxing likes to get mugged off, doesn't it? But no, if you guys know where the Philly shell name come from, comment below. And you know, who's the first person you ever saw in boxing history using the style effectively? Be interested to see what you guys think.